Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879 in the city of Ulm in the Kingdom of Württemberg, which was then part of the German Empire. His family was of Jewish descent, though culturally secular. His father Hermann Einstein was a salesman and an engineer, while his mother Pauline Koch was a devoted homemaker with a profound love for music. From a very early age, Albert exhibited extraordinary curiosity and an unusual way of thinking. He was introspective, often lost in thought, contemplating the mysteries of the universe, the nature of time, and the principles that governed reality. Those around him noticed his questions were different, more profound than those of most children, and he often preferred to observe and understand rather than simply memorize or follow instructions. Contrary to the myth that Einstein was a poor student, he was actually very good in mathematics and physics, even excelling in them from a young age. However, he struggled in areas like languages and conformity to strict classroom rules. He often clashed with teachers who insisted on rote learning and unquestioned obedience, finding their methods stifling to his inquisitive mind. By the age of 12, he had already taught himself Euclidean geometry and began exploring physics independently, reading advanced texts that were far beyond the school curriculum. His father recognized Albert's talent and encouraged him to pursue intellectual endeavors, particularly in mathematics, where his natural aptitude was evident. In 1889, Einstein moved with his family to Munich, where his father and uncle had established an electrical engineering business. Young Albert was fascinated by the equipment and experiments in his father's workshop, especially electrical machines and their mechanisms. This hands-on exposure deepened his understanding of the principles of electricity and magnetism, fueling a lifelong passion for physics. Despite his fascination, his academic life was still challenging. He resisted strict rules, often skipping classes and choosing to study independently, a behavior that sometimes led teachers to misjudge his potential. In 1895, at the age of 16, Einstein attempted to enter the prestigious Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich. He excelled in mathematics and physics but failed the general portion of the entrance exam, which included languages and other subjects. Rather than being discouraged, he dedicated the next year to rigorous self-study, ultimately passing the exam on his second attempt. At the Polytechnic, he encountered professors and peers who nurtured his intellectual growth. These formative years shaped his methods of thought, emphasizing deep conceptual understanding over memorization. Einstein's early adult life was marked by hardship and struggle. After graduation, he had difficulty securing an academic position, spending 2 years working as a private tutor and substitute teacher. It was in 1902, at the age of 23, that he began a position as a technical assistant at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. While the work was routine, it provided him with stability and the mental space to ponder profound scientific problems. During this period, he would often daydream about light, motion, and the nature of time, performing thought experiments that later became central to his revolutionary theories. 1905, often referred to as Einstein's Annus Mirabilis or Miracle Year, marked the publication of 4 groundbreaking papers in the Annalen der Physik, a leading physics journal. These papers addressed the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, special relativity, and the equivalence of mass and energy. The last paper introduced the world to the now famous equation E equals mc2, demonstrating that energy and mass are interchangeable. These insights fundamentally altered humanity's understanding of the physical world. At the time, the ideas were revolutionary, challenging classical notions of absolute time and space, but their logical rigor and empirical evidence could not be ignored. During this period, Einstein's personal life was evolving as well. In 1903, he married Malva Marek, a fellow student from the Polytechnic. Their marriage was complex, combining intellectual collaboration with emotional difficulties. They had 3 children, Hans Albert, Eduard, and Lieserl. The youngest, Lieserl, remains a mystery to historians, with evidence suggesting she was either given up for adoption or died young. Despite personal challenges, Albert remained dedicated to his work, often retreating into deep study and thought to explore the mysteries of the universe. In 1911, Einstein moved to Prague to take a professorship, gaining recognition throughout Europe as a theoretical physicist of extraordinary vision. He returned to Switzerland shortly afterward and continued his research. In 1915, after years of intense work and struggle, he presented his general theory of relativity, a monumental achievement that fundamentally transformed our understanding of gravity. The theory proposed that massive objects warp the fabric of space and time, a concept that was later confirmed during a solar eclipse in 1919 when starlight was observed bending around the sun. This observation catapulted Einstein to international fame, making him a household name. Despite his professional success, Einstein faced challenges in his personal life. His marriage with Malva dissolved in 1919 and he married his cousin Elsa Lurwenthal that same year. Elsa provided stability and support, enabling him to focus on his scientific work. His fame brought both admiration and scrutiny. Newspapers across the globe celebrated his intellect, yet he remained humble, often expressing discomfort with the celebrity that surrounded him. He continued to work tirelessly, pushing the boundaries of theoretical physics while maintaining a playful sense of curiosity and humor. Einstein was not only a scientist but also a thinker deeply concerned with social, political, and ethical issues. He was a committed pacifist during the aftermath of World War I and spoke out against nationalism and militarism. He advocated for civil rights, particularly in the United States, where he moved in 1933 to escape Nazi persecution in Germany. At Princeton University, he joined the Institute for Advanced Study, becoming a leading figure in intellectual life. He welcomed young scientists, mentored students, and contributed not only to physics, but also to philosophical discussions about the nature of reality and the responsibilities of knowledge. Throughout his life, Einstein continued to challenge himself and the scientific establishment. He contributed to the development of quantum theory but famously resisted its philosophical implications, leading to debates with Niels Bohr about the role of determinism in nature. He often engaged in thought experiments, imagining himself riding alongside a beam of light or observing a falling elevator, methods that allowed him to envision concepts far beyond the reach of conventional experimental physics at the time. Einstein also had a profound love for music. He was an accomplished violinist and often used music as a source of inspiration and relaxation. He claimed that music allowed him to think more creatively, and he frequently played with friends and family, integrating melodies into his daily life. His personality was marked by a whimsical sense of humor, a love of nature, and a deep empathy for humanity. During World War II, he grappled with the implications of his theories. Though he was a lifelong pacifist, he co-signed a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1939, warning of the potential for Nazi Germany to develop atomic weapons. Later, he expressed regret about the militarization of scientific discoveries, but continued to advocate for the responsible use of knowledge. Albert Einstein passed away on April 18, 1955 in Princeton, New Jersey at the age of 76. His contributions to science reshaped human understanding of the universe, while his life as a thinker, humanitarian, and philosopher left an indelible mark on culture and society. Even today, his theories underpin technologies from GPS to nuclear energy, and his insights continue to inspire scientists and dreamers around the world. Beyond his scientific achievements, Einstein's legacy is a testament to the power of curiosity, perseverance, and imagination. He overcame personal struggles, societal prejudice, and political upheaval, demonstrating that a single mind driven by curiosity and courage can change the course of history. His life story remains a beacon for generations, illustrating that intellectual daring, combined with moral integrity and compassion, can leave a lasting impact far beyond one's own time.